Hi guys, so this is just going to be a quick lesson for the song Stir It Up by Bob Marley, and this is a really nice, easy little tune if you're just kind of starting out on the guitar or you're starting to learn chords and things like that. It's a perfect little tune. So we've got 3 chords that we're going to be working with. Now the first chord is just an A major chord. So there's 2 ways that you can actually play an A major chord. The way that I'm playing it in the video, or in the little snippet there that I just did, is I'm playing, so I have my A string, my 5th string is open, not playing the 6th string, the open E, we're not playing that, we're open A, because that's going to be our bass, and then I put my middle finger here on the 2nd fret of the 4th string, my ring finger right underneath him on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, and then my pinky, I'm going to place him right on the second fret of the 2nd string. And then I'm going to have my high E, I'm going to have that guy open. So that's way number 1 that you can play it. The other way that you can play it is you do the same thing, except instead of using these 3 fingers, you use these 3 fingers, your index, your middle, and your ring finger. And all you do there is you would put your index on the 2nd fret of the 4th string, ring finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, and your middle finger, 2nd fret, 3rd string, and your ring finger, on the 2nd fret of the B string, the 2nd string. And then your high E is open and your A is open. Those are 2 different ways that you can play it. Our second chord is going to be a D chord. D chord, to play that guy, you're going to want to take your middle finger, you're going to put him on the 2nd fret of the 1st string, your index, you're going to want to put him on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, so. And then you're going to put your ring finger right here on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. And one thing that you might want to do when you're using your hand and stuff like that, you don't want to kind of do like, see how I'm doing this right here, and I've got my finger all here and stuff like that, and I'm trying to kind of balance it out and stuff like that. Don't try and do that. You want to be as comfortable as you can. So if you can try and wrap your hand around it, this goes for all of the chords, all the 3 chords we're going to do. Try and get your hand kind of nice and wrapped around it like that. So it's just, you're grabbing the entire neck. That's going to be the most comfortable position for you. And then after that, so that's our second chord. And then our third chord is going to be an E major chord. Now an E major chord is going to be, we're going to have our middle finger right here on the 2nd fret of the 5th string, the A. We're going to have our ring finger on the 2nd fret of the 4th string. And then we're going to have our index on the 1st fret of the 3rd string. So all together. And there you go. Those are our 3 chords. And now, how are we going to put this all together? So the entire song follows a really simple pattern. The whole pattern goes over, it's just 4 bars. It's just these 4 bars that rinse, repeat. And for the first 2 bars, we're going to start off in A. And what we're going to do is, from A, we're going to start off, for the first 2 bars, what we're going to do is we're going to be using what I call sort of the reggae strum. And the reggae strum goes like this. You're going to be playing on the 2nd beat and the 4th beat of every single bar. So if we were going to count like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, you'd want to strum on the 2 and the 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. If I'm using A, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And one thing that I do as well, but this is something maybe if you feel more comfortable with the song, this is something you can do later on, is you can add in on the 1 and the 3, you can add in a little mute. And then all you do there is you just kind of release your hand here, so you're just touching the strings, so you can kind of go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and just like that. So you can do that for all the chords. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to start off with our A for 2 bars. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. And then for our 3rd bar, we're going to move to D. Now there's not really a shortcut to really get from A to D, unless if you are playing your A like this, that second way I showed you, it might be a little bit easier to get to your D. But the only thing that you're going to see is if you play it that way, it's going to be harder to get from your E major to that A. It's going to be easier from your E to your A. It's easier to get from your E to your A if you play it the way that I was playing it before, the first way. So that's kind of like that's the pros and cons. If you play your A like this, with these 3 fingers, it's going to be easier to get to your D, but it's going to be harder to get from the E back to the A, as you'll see. But if you play your A like this, with these 3 fingers, it's going to be harder to get to the D, but it's going to be easier to go from the E to the A, and you'll see what I mean in 2 seconds. So after that, for our 3rd bar, we're going to be playing the D. So if we were to start on the 3rd bar, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, just like that. 3, 2, 3, 4, and then on the 4th bar, we go to E major. Now, a little trick that you can do to help you switch between this chord, the D to the E major, is your index. You could keep your index on the 3rd string, so 1, 3, 2, 3, 4, and then what you can do is you can slide your index from, because it's on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string during the D, you can slide it down to the 1st fret on the 3rd string, and then you're already kind of ready to go for your E major. So if we were to start from the D, so 3, 2, 3, 4, slide down, get your E, and then after that, 4, 2, 3, 4. And then after that, you've done now your 4 bars, and it's just rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. So after that, 4, 2, 3, 4, A. Back to bar 1, 2, 3, 4. And so what you can do, and that's what I mean, if you're playing your A like this, it's going to be really easy to just kind of move them down here to your A. But if you do want to make it easier to go to your D, you're going to have to put in a little bit more work to get from your E to your A if you play it that 2nd way that I showed you. And altogether, the whole song is going to sound like this. So let's go through it all together nice and really slow. So if we were to count down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4. So A1, A2, D3, E4, and A. And then D, and E, 2, 4, 2, 4, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And just like that, that's the entire song. That's the whole thing. So there you go. If you guys have any questions or concerns or anything like that, let me know in the comments below. Thanks. Bye.